After giving the shot, the nurse suddenly froze. She just injected morphine thinking it was a painkiller. The legal dose, 3 milligrams. What she gave him, 100.
I'm gonna give you an emergency shot of naloxone so you don't die in 10 minutes.
Oh, well, no pressure. You know, this is an interesting and efficient method of murder. I need to write this down. So, if someone switched the meds on purpose, I'd be dead in 10 minutes.
When Harlan realized he was about to die, he stayed surprisingly calm. But Marta, the caretaker, panicked. She reached for the antidote she always carried, naloxone, only to find it missing. Harlan comforted her instead. He knew, living in a mansion way out in the countryside, help would never make it in time. Today was simply his day to die, and he was sure someone had used Marta as a pawn to kill him.
He's not here, Harlan. I don't know why it's not here. So I'm gonna use the phone, okay? To call an ambulance.
Desperate, Marta tried to call for help, but Harlan stopped her. He told her, listen carefully, follow my plan, and she'd escape suspicion. Because to him, Marta was more than a nurse. She was like family. Step 1, leave as if it were just another night. Say goodbye, make sure everyone remembers you clocked out. It was midnight. Then drive off, past the security cameras, park in the woods, and sneak back in through the side gate. But don't let anyone see you. Use the ladder against the wall to climb back up. She pulled it off barely. Back inside, she put on Harlan's robe and hat. Because every night at 12, Harlan's youngest son came down for a smoke. All Marta had to do was show a silhouette, just enough for him to think Dad was still alive after she'd left. That way suspicion would be off her. She then slipped back outside, but just as she climbed down the ladder, she noticed someone watching through the glass.
Grandson, are you back again already?
It was Harlan's mother. Luckily, she was too old to see clearly and mistook Marta for her grandson. Ransom Marta escaped into the night, but she had one fatal flaw. Every time she lied, she threw up. So Harlan told her, never lie, just tell the truth, but not the whole truth. The next morning, the housekeeper opened the door and found Harlan dead, his throat slit. Who wanted to use Marta's hand to kill Harlan? A storm was brewing. Because Harlan wasn't just any old man, he was a world-famous mystery novelist, and his death was all over the news. That's when I, the detective, received an anonymous letter with a fat paycheck. My mission, uncover the truth behind this murder. Paulus had ruled it a suicide, but I knew something was off. After the funeral, I started my investigation. We gathered everyone from that night, the night of Harlan's 85th birthday party. His whole family was there. Linda, the eldest daughter, a self-made businesswoman married to Richard, a freeloading husband living off her success. They had a son, Ransom, oiled playboy who just fought with his grandfather that night and didn't even bother to show up for the funeral. Then there was Harlan's youngest son, Walt, running the family publishing business, and his late middle son's widow, Joni, who lived off Harlan's money with her daughter Meg. But the closest person to Harlan, Marta, the nurse. He treated her like his own child. During questioning, it didn't take long for me to see this family wasn't as perfect as they looked. Every one of them was hiding something. Richard, the son-in-law, went first. He claimed he'd seen Walt arguing with Harlan that night, but Walt denied it immediately.
What? Richard said what? No, Jesus, we did not get into it.
I'm just trying to get an accurate impression. Harlan took you aside at the party. When you returned, you were chastened. What did Harlan say to you?
Turns out, Walt wasn't good at running the company. He'd been losing money for years, all while trying to sell off rights for his own profit. Harlan saw right through him and decided to fire him.
Dad, are you firing me?
No, we'll talk details tomorrow. My mind's made up.
Walt insisted he hadn't fought with his dad and instead pointed the finger at Richard. After all, everyone saw Ransom fighting with Harlan that night. I pressed Richard further, because witnesses said they also heard him shouting in the study. Richard tried to explain it away, but the truth, Harlan had caught him cheating, and gave him two choices: confess to Linda, or he would. That led to Richard blowing up at Harlan. Then came Joni, the daughter-in-law. After her husband died, Harlan supported her every month, but that month, she got nothing. She asked why, and Harlan exposed her scheme. Not only had she been taking the monthly allowance, she'd also been tricking his secretary into giving her extra double-dipping the whole time.
You have been double-dipping Meg's tuition and stealing from me.
$100,000 a year for the past 4 years.
Harlan, I don't know how this mix up happened, but
So now I am writing
I swear to
this
God.
tuition check, but you must know that this is the last money you or Meg will get from me.
Please, you don't understand.
Joni, I know it'll hurt, but it's all for the best. My mind's made up.
Under my questioning, Joni insisted it was just a misunderstanding, but to me, every one of them was lying, and that meant the truth was buried even deeper.